In this video, we're going to do the 90% market watch. We're going to go around the bullion dealers, see who has what in stock and at what prices. Yes, prices have gone up because we all know silver has gone up. And there's still a few averages out there. We were going to dive into that. We also have some news from the coin shop that I've been hearing. And so please like, share, and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 3,200 subscribers by the end of the month. If you're not yet subscribed, please do so. It's absolutely free to join. There's never going to be any memberships on this channel. Thank you for all the ones that have already subscribed. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the donations. That really goes a long way. Let's just get into the video right now. We're just going to get right in with the prices first. And these prices are as of 9/14/24, 10:24 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, give or take about 20 minutes on some of these prices. They should not be changing over the weekend until 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time when the market does open. We're going to go right out to money metals. They did have the half dollars and the quarters. They just didn't have them in the rolls. It was their choice of half the dollars. So that is why I'm putting an average on that. They don't have the single rolls, but they did have the Roosevelt silver dimes for 121.10. And when you see an H, that means it's for the halves for the Franklins, the quarters, or for Washington quarters. The dimes we're talking about is the Roosevelt silver dimes. So Franklin's, Washington silver quarters, and Roosevelt silver dimes, that is what we're focusing on in these videos. This is the number 5 video, as you can see in the thumbnail. This is the 5th week I'm doing this for you all. So let's get right into the rest of it. Bullion exchanges, 5 weeks in a row. Out, out, out. They just can't seem to get 90% silver. I don't know what's going on with them, but they've been out since I've been following this. Let's go to our friends at SD Bullion. They had the Franklin halves at $249.43. That was for $10 face. They had the Washington silver quarters for $245.85. And they had a roll of Roosevelt silver dimes for $131.86. And that is a $5 face. So the first two are going to be $10 face. The dimes are going to be $5 face. JM Bullion is a little confusing. I'm going to try to explain as best as I can. They had their choice, which is a great deal. Dimes, quarters, or halves. In the listing, it says it's going to probably be about all the same. It's not going to be a mix. So you're either going to get dimes, quarters, or halves for $230.30. But if you wanted all the same, their prices were for the Franklin halves $283.90 for $10 face. Their quarters were $269.60. Roll dimes was $145.50. But on their choice, it's really not a bad price right now. So if you don't care about the dimes, silver, the dimes, quarters, or halves that you would get, you don't care which lot you get, that is a pretty gosh darn good price with the rest of the prices I'm seeing out there this week. So there's your prices. There's your mix. Not your mix, but there's your random bag that you would get, or their prices as follow. Let's go out at ATMAX. ATMAX had the Franklin halves at $246.24. Quarters were $244.10. Their dimes were $128.49. Let's go out to Pinbacks. Pinbacks, their halves were $241.10. Their quarters were $240.30, and they're still out of the Roosevelt silver dimes. That's about a 3-week trend we're riding on with them. They had them a couple weeks ago, and then they sold out, and they're still been out of stock of the Roosevelt silver dimes. Let's go to Monument Metals. Their half dollars were $234.59 this week. Their quarters were $236.74. Their dimes was $118.34 for $5 face. But let's go to Hero Bullion. Hero Bullion seemed to have a pretty good price on everything this week. Their half dollars was $231.10. Their quarters was $231.10, and their dimes were $115.55. So between JM Bullion, if you don't care of what you're going to actually get, because it's actually the $10 face is all the same silver weight, then Bullion and then JM Bullion would have your best price. But if you wanted the quarters, dimes, or the halves, and you want all $10 face, Hero Bullion wins this week. That's the best I found this week. Yes, they're all big boy online readers, retailers. I choose not to do the smaller ones because there are some other ones out there that do YouTube, and I don't want to fringe upon them at all. So that's why I'm keeping them out of the loop. I'm just focusing on the big online bullion dealers. If you can find junk silver at melt at your local coin shop, then pick it up. By all means, pick it up at melt. I'm trying to do that on eBay, as most of you guys know. I'm really trying to, it don't matter to me if I'm ordering 1 quarter, a couple quarters at a time, a couple silver dimes. If I can get them under melt or at melt, with shipping or without shipping, I'm grabbing them up. That's what I'm doing. I'm not telling you what to do, but that's how I'm shopping, and this is why I do these videos every single week on Saturday afternoons, to show you who has what and who doesn't have what and at what prices. Feel free to go back to the last videos I've done on the 90% market watch videos, and you can see who has had it and who has not had it. It's gonna be gone at one point. At what point, I don't know. We are selling it so fast at the shop, and it's unbelievable how fast it comes in and how fast it can go back out the door. I've had a couple people email me from the channel this past week and saying they're getting out of Bitcoin, or they're getting a portion out of Bitcoin and starting to buy more precious metals. We're seeing this more and more. I'm not a fan of Bitcoin. I'm not a fan of cryptocurrencies. I'm not trying to tell anybody what to do. But all I ask is, every single time I hear this, and nobody can give me an answer, when I ask, how are you going to use your Bitcoin or your cryptocurrencies when the power goes out? And nobody seems to be able to answer that question, because guess what? You can't. Bottom line is you can't, and they don't want to answer that question. If you're in crypto, you're into Bitcoin, fine. I don't care. You're welcome here. But, I just choose not to. Yes, I own some stocks. I own some mining stocks. It's the same thing. If the power goes out, we don't have access to it. Look at the people in New Orleans, in Louisiana, and Mississippi who just had a hurricane come through. The water was wiped out. This is why we got to plan ahead. People say, oh, we don't have the money. But when something is coming, it seems like people find the money very quickly. This is why I say cost average. We got to be prepared for anything. I'm stocked up on bottled water, and what that really did for me was, when I lived in the state of Maine and we had that ice storm in 2008, imagine not having power for 2 weeks, off and on, off and on. Some people went up in northern Maine with almost a month without power. A month, and it's cold. A lot of people did have fireplaces. The Maine people really pulled through that storm back in 2008. It was 5 days of ice. And it was, I saw telephone poles falling down. It sounded like a war zone with the transformers blowing up everywhere. But, we have to be prepared for any situation. So, that is my, not advice. That's just what I've been through. We got to just be prepared for anything. And on that note, if anybody needs any help finding a deal on silver or gold or platinum, my email will be in the description of every single video. Please reach out to me. I've helped out many of you already. I'm happy to do it free of charge. If you want to send a little donation, that is fine, but there's no obligation there whatsoever. I'm more than happy to help anybody out there. And how many channels really offer that? I will take the time to help anybody out. So please feel free to send me an email, or you have a coin that you're not sure what the value is. If it's American coin, I can help you more. If it's a foreign coin, I'm going to have to do a little bit more research for you, but I will do that research to find you out that price. So on that note, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. CoinShop Chris is now out. We will see you on the next video.